Hey guys, some shocking news to come out of this week. Zinedine Zidane has retired from his position as the manager of Real Madrid. Not many expected it. Even Florentino Perez was intent on showing that he didn't expect it in front of camera. Maybe he didn't. Who knows? But yeah, tributes kept flowing in from all quarters to Zinedine Zidane. And it was interesting to read into his statement when he resigned from the club, and the statement which he gave to the media. He said that if you don't feel like you can help this club to keep on winning, you should resign from your position. Maybe the problems of this season really got to him. Yes, they did win their third consecutive Champions League, and that's no mega achievement. It's a amazing achievement, something no manager has ever done before, and still the press and media, even in Spain, kept talking about how Zinedine Zidane doesn't know his tactics, how Zinedine Zidane doesn't know football, he hasn't given much to Real Madrid and all that all this season. So maybe those things got to him, and yeah, even people I know and some pundits as well, kept talking about how Zinedine Zidane didn't redefine Real Madrid. It's like all people want to see now is a coach coming into a team and redefining their playing style, actually, like Pep Guardiola did, and Luis Enrique, and all the Barcelona coaches, and Jose Mourinho has his own playing style. So people maybe expected Zinedine Zidane to have his own playing style, but what Zinedine Zidane did at Real Madrid is unachievable for any other person coming in, not just into Real Madrid, but on at any other club in the world. It's that tough to achieve. Not even Pep Guardiola, with all his big stars and big players and big playing style, could win the Champions League, and Real Madrid did it three times in a row. That has to say something about the cup, and I was actually surprised that people and media and everyone didn't celebrate that third Champions League win as widely as they should have. It doesn't happen often. Real Madrid did it, and the stadium and the celebration at this stadium were all for to watch, and they were amazing, deservedly so. It was a, I can't stress this enough. It was a third consecutive Champions League win, and there are reasons why Zidane was so successful at Real Madrid. Maybe not as defining a playing style, but as a great manager. He had all these big stars at Real Madrid, Galacticos, if you will, and the Galacticos have not always won titles for Real Madrid. They have gone sometimes seasons without winning a title, but to be in the toughest competition and to win it three times in a row, you need to get more these players motivated. Have you need to have a feeling of team environment. You need these players to listen to you. You need them to get along with each other, and all of that requires great man managing. And Zinedine Zidane did that. Of course, the players respected him for the plays, and he is one of the best players in the world. So of course, the players respected him for that, and they listened to him. You could see in the way they treated him. Everyone called him Mister. That's a big way of respecting a person, especially in that part of the world. So yeah, that's what Zidane brought to club. That's why the club and the players listened to him. That's why they played in a certain way, in a way which he wanted to, in a way which was necessary game per game. He changed his tactics in every game. Even in the final, you could see the positioning of certain players. Casemiro going into a back five and returning to make it a midfield five from time to time when they turn defense into attack, and so on. And it was the nuanced tactical changes which Zidane was good at, rather than the playing style. And that's what was needed at Real Madrid, and that's what worked. But yes, this final season certainly brought some problems to the club. Some players were not at their best. The likes of Bale also, who had a great end to the season, didn't have the best starts and it was poor in form. So was Cristiano Ronaldo in the 2017 part of this campaign. In 2018, he was great, and certain players like Asensio Isco had to step up, and Benzema was a much hated figure everywhere in the world for his lack of scoring ability sometimes in front of goal. And yeah, that's why Real Madrid couldn't win the La Liga and the Copa del Rey. But after three Champions League wins in a row, maybe it's a time for a change, and maybe Real Madrid and Zidane both are the better for it. And now let's see who takes on the reins at Real Madrid. So here are five coaches who can take over the job at Real Madrid. Number one on the list and in the news everywhere is Mauricio Pochettino. He was a great player, great central defender for Argentina. Now he's become a manager and is a pretty good one at that. But the only thing against him, you would say, is the lack of titles. He hasn't won any till yet, as of yet. But you can see his constant growth as a coach. He has a definitive playing style. He likes to manage young players who listen to him, and his man management skills will come into question when he manages the big players of Real Madrid, if he does that. And there are a few things going against him, but he is certainly the number one favorite, the book's favorite, the media favorite right now to take over the job mantle at Real Madrid. So let's see about that. I'm not pretty certain that he will. Another one, Arsene Wenger, who I don't think will Real Madrid will even approach him, is definitely a manager who the players might respect, given his pedigree, also his reign at Arsenal, and the playing style, which is easy to watch and loved by many players who love watching the game. They love watching Arsenal. People love watching Arsenal, and yeah, if Arsene Wenger were to inherit these players, maybe he is definitely a good man manager, certainly a coach that Real Madrid might need, but I don't think they'll approach him, given the large barren years at Arsenal, the club. So now, the manager who's third on the list and is most likely for me to take over the reins at Real Madrid is Guti, a legendary player at the club, one of the longest serving players, and through and through Real Madrid player, and also a person who has been developing youth teams at Real Madrid for quite a while now. He's another player who's nuanced in his tactics. Maybe not a person who will define a playing style for Real Madrid and bring a big shift or a big change, but definitely someone who can rally these players and bring the best out of them, and do things similar to what Zidane did, and things which are necessary for these players because they have all the talent in the world to make the difference in the games, when the big games, small games, all the games that are needed. He's a person who can keep this slightly aging team going in the right direction, going on the path of winning, a thing which all these players are motivated to do, and also keep the big names in the squad happy as well. Maybe if you look at it from the outside view, a non-Madrid view, you might not think of Guti as the best choice for Real Madrid, but if you think as a Madridista, if you think as a Madrid fan or a Madrid player, he's certainly a person who's well respected in the ranks and a person with a certain amount of stature which is needed to gain the respect of these players in general. And yeah, I certainly think that Guti will be the next Real Madrid manager. So watch out for that. But another left field signing, if you will, which has been the talk of the rounds, is Luis Enrique. For better or worse, he's the only big name manager who's without a job. The rest, likes of Ancelotti and Ancelotti has already been a Real Madrid manager. I don't think he'll be there again. And yeah, Luis Enrique is the only big name manager who's without a job, and it'll be certainly a coup of the century if Real Madrid sign him, or if they are even thinking of it, and if Luis Enrique himself agrees to it. They can certainly afford him given the talk of his big payroll, big paycheck. But will they sign him? I really doubt that. I really doubt that he himself is interested in it. But yeah, let's see what happens there. Finally, the last name coming up is that of Joachim Low, a World Cup winner, a person with pedigree, a person who has a defining playing style, who attacks in certain ways from the wides, and also a style of possession football which Real Madrid associate with. Not necessarily a person which Real Madrid will be attracted to, but maybe the only one on the market. He actually has a long term contract with Germany, but already given the amount of years he has coached Germany, maybe if Germany look for a change after the World Cup or himself look for a change, Real Madrid certainly have a big name manager who they can go for. Yeah, so Joachim Low is that guy, and he also will be a person who will gain the respect of the players immediately unless some fallout happens with the big players. There's certainly a chance of that with every manager, so who knows? So let's wait for that Real Madrid announcement and find out who the next Real Madrid manager is. My money is on Guti. Do write in the comments who you think will be the next Real Madrid manager. I'll be waiting for your replies. Do subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Even if you don't like it, you can subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing out other videos as well, which you might like. So subscribe to my channel. See you around, guys.